For athletes, their most important season is the off-season. It's time for them to develop their bodies and hone their craft to perform at their highest level during their season. Where I stand right now is usually packed to the brim with athletes of all levels, but unfortunately due to COVID-19, months of crucial training had the potential to be lost, and the thoughts of major setbacks loomed the mind of many. But Val Barnaby had a different plan for his athletes. ESSA sports training, ran by trainer Val Barnaby, is filled with many athletes eager to make themselves the best they could be. Barnaby, a product of Rutgers football, alongside some NFL experience, has been training for 17 years now, with the hopes of helping people.
That's the art of helping people. You know, my mom actually really woke me up to it when she had a minor heart attack I was like 15 years old. She had it right in front of me. You know, it was health conditions.
And with that inspiration, ESSA was born in January of 2015.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Unfortunately, the gym hasn't been able to be used for several months, and all prototypical training had to be thrown out the window. Instead of letting his athletes fend for himself, Barnaby got innovative and created a new way to train his athletes.
We started off all through Zoom. Then the governor opened up the fields to some aspect, and then we started saying, okay, let's get out on the field, let's see what we look like from behind the screen. So we just started doing both.
Barnaby says that the training done through Zoom has been a major success for all his athletes and has seen major improvements.
Did a study where the athletes that were working out with me on quarantine as opposed to the ones that weren't, it's night and day. The measurements that we took place and the things that we focused on, you know, were the little things that they weren't perfect at. Now the athletes going into quarantine, you know, they couldn't do 2 or 3 pull-ups. Now they can do 5 to 10.
During their time on Zoom, one of Barnaby's goals was to focus on the mindset of an athlete.
The mindset of these athletes that were training virtually, you know, it is night and day, and they're in tip-top better shape.
Quarantine had a major impact on many of athletes, leading them to lose focus on what they truly wanted to achieve. But these workouts helped keep them on track and conquer any doubts that they possibly had.
Classes, you know, I had numerous parents tell me how what I'm doing for the athlete is actually great for their mind, because a lot of people will get lost in the shuffle. You know, we'll get lost into the whole quarantine thing. You know, we'll have way more problems taking place. You know, with the athletes, they could have mental breakdowns. You know, I've witnessed athletes crying, get frustrated, all type of stuff, and you know, they look forward to the hour and a half that we train. Sometimes we train 2 hours throughout the day.
With quarantine starting to come to a close, Barnaby had one last message to share to those listening.
Get from behind that screen, man. Let's go to work.
This pandemic has shown that there's no such thing as an off day. Through his innovative virtual training, Barnaby has been able to keep his athletes in the gym while they're at home. Now as we enter phase 3, he's excited for his athletes to return and get back to work. Now it's time for you to lace up and get out there.